Creative people struggle with focus. We're creative. We constantly have thoughts of making stuff. We constantly have thoughts of how we can make something better, how we can do something better. And so when you're not a creative person, it's really hard to understand why creative people can be so temperamental, oversensitive, and it's because we are trying to create something that only exists in our head. And you have people who are believing, things have to be concrete. It's got to be like this and like that. What they don't realize is that even though they're being concrete, they're actually just being creative in just a different type of way. So creative people are just, artists that we're just more emotional. We're very sensitive. We're just trying to get what's in our head out into the world because we think that it can make the world a better place. And so focus can be really tough for a creative. Being focused can be really, really tough. Early on in my career, I think I learned how to focus my attention on things, on what I wanted to do. So in the beginning of my career, in the mid to late 90s, it was all about computers. And it was learning and understanding computers. It was about trying to figure out how did computers work, what was their purpose, how did they come together, what was memory, what was a hard drive, what was a CPU, what was a BIOS, what was Apple and what was Windows and all those different, what is an operating system? I was very focused in the early part of my career on just that. What the hell was this thing? And what was I gonna do with it? The next part of my career came in the form of web designing. And what was the web and the internet? And I remember just my mind being blown when I first got on the internet. And it was about, the next part of my career was about, well, what can I make? What kind of website could I make? And what technologies did I need to learn in order to make websites? Well, first thing I needed to learn how to do is I needed to learn how to write HTML. And then after HTML, I needed to learn how to use CSS, cascading style sheets. And then after that, it became, I need to learn graphics. I need to learn Photoshop because I got to put graphics in the website. And then after that, it became, I need to learn how to program in ASP or PHP or CGI or Python, any of these programming languages. That was the next part of my career, was just learning how to do those things. But I was very focused, and that was from like 2000 to 2003 or 4, where I was really just focused on that part of my life. From there, it came down to becoming a better graphic designer, understanding fonts, understanding color, the color wheel, color theories, understanding the placement of objects and negative space and how to use typography in the right way to help tell the story, and kerning, and all these different things, paragraphs and bullet points and numbered lists and unordered lists. These were all part of becoming a graphic designer, which then led me into becoming an art director and overseeing all the art that came out of an art room. But during that time, I was very focused on learning those things, and that's what I spent my time doing, was focusing and learning those things. I dedicated myself to those things. Then from there came photography and videography and filmmaking. I became obsessed with those things. Photography was the first one, and then video, because I felt that they were similar, although very different. Where a photograph was a moment in time, a video was a series of moments put together to tell a story. And I became very obsessed. So this is from 2005 until now. I've been very obsessed on those two things. All the while, I've still been very obsessed on web development. I've been very obsessed on graphic design, typography. None of those things went away, except learning about computers. At this point, I get how a computer works, and because I use a Mac, I don't have to worry about hardware troubles. Anyway, I'm not trying to take shots at anybody, but I learned how to be focused, and I think I learned how to be focused when I was a kid playing basketball. I had a friend by the name of T-Con, and T-Con, believe it or not, taught me how to focus on specific things playing basketball. Now, mind you, we were in the same damn grade. We were the same age. But he helped me work on my weaknesses, things that I was weak at. He helped me work on those things with basketball. And those things stuck with me as an adult. And I called him not too long ago, and I had to tell him, yo man, thank you for helping me focus on my weaknesses and the things that I was not good at. Focus. If you really want to achieve something, you need to focus. You need to focus, and you have to do it every day. I don't know. Look, this is just what's going on in my big old dome today as I get ready to go work out, because I need to focus on my body.